Hey guys, it's Allie with Allie Answers. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you've watched me before, welcome back. I hope that you'll take the time to give me a thumbs up and subscribe because it helps more people see these videos and we can do more good. I got a question this week. Someone said to me, I wish that I had known sooner that my mom needed help. How could I have known that mom needed more support than I was giving her? So here's my answer. First of all, lots of people don't realize it when their loved ones need help, especially if you are in the medical field. One of the things that I've seen over and over again is that people that come from the medical field, whether it be a doctor or nurse or someone else who takes care of people professionally, we often miss the signs in our own loved ones. I don't know why that is. It just happens to be a fact that I've seen. So if you are from the medical field, you need to especially pay attention. Many people have the same conversations with their loved ones over and over again for short little periods of time on a regular basis. Hi Dad, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? You talk about the weather, he asks about the kids, and you're done. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next week, Dad. Let me know if you need anything. It's pretty common. And those conversations, unfortunately, become very routine, and it becomes a very easy way for the people that we love to hide when they need help. So don't feel bad if that's something that you take part in, because it's all of us. We all do that, right? We're busy and we just kind of have those quick and rote conversations. And that most often is how we miss when someone needs our help, especially if you're at a distance. If you are far away, it is hard to know. So how do you know? One way, which sounds crazy for me to put on this list, but I'm going to use it because it's common. I have complaints sometimes from friends of mine or from adult children who say, Mom wants me to go with her to the doctor now. I don't understand. She never wanted that before, and all of a sudden it's like she can't do it on her own. Or Mom wants me to go with her to the grocery store. I don't even understand. Why does she need that? It sounds pretty obvious, but if your loved one is asking for help, maybe they're asking for help with their television, help with their remote, they're having problems with their bank account, they want you to go to the grocery store, they want you to go to the doctor's office with them. If they're asking for help, they need help. Okay, I realize that seems obvious, but for most of us who are busy and then all of a sudden our loved ones ask us to do something for them that seems a little bit out of the norm, it's easier for us to be frustrated than to think, oh, there are changes happening. They have forgetfulness and they're worried that they're going to forget something that the doctor said. Or maybe physically they're starting to feel more frail. And if they need help like picking things up or moving things, then that is definitely a sign that they realize they're not as strong as they used to be. And here's another thing. If they're asking for help for picking up groceries or moving things in the house, then I bet you, dollars to donuts, that there has been a fall. Something has happened. They are trying to be extra super careful, so much so that they will risk their independence by telling you that they need help. Now, even very independent people may ask for help for simple things in the house. If you think about it, if the most important thing to you were your independence, and you knew that if you had a fall or you hurt yourself, if you fell out of the attic or if you were to fall on a slippery driveway, you know that you would lose your independence, then it's smart to ask for help. If you've seen a lot of weight gain or weight loss, that's also something that might indicate to you that there's a problem. For example, your loved one may be having a harder time putting together healthy meals. It's a lot of work to put together healthy meals. We all know that. And that's why a lot of us depend on fast food or easy prepped food that comes from the grocery store that is maybe not as healthy as what we could be putting in our bodies. So if your loved one is starting to gain weight and you notice when you go to their home that there is a lot more junk food, they're drinking more soda or more alcohol than they used to drink, if you are noticing that there are Little Debbies and things like that that didn't used to be around, there might be a problem when it comes to putting together healthy meals. Obviously a weight loss for the same reason that it's hard to put together healthy meals. I'll never forget that my grandmother one time admitted that it was just easier not to even put together her bowl of soup and her sandwich, because if she did, she had to wash out the bowl, she had to wash out the pot, she had to wash the plate. And she said, sometimes it's not even worth it. So guess what? We know that it's worth it to eat healthy food and take care of our bodies. But sometimes when a person is exhausted physically or having more physical impairment, maybe they can't move around as easily, or if they're having some mental or cognitive issues where it is harder to do all those steps, to wash the pot, to wash the pan, to put things away. If they're having more issues with that, then they might be losing weight. So weight gain, weight loss. Another way that you may know that there is a problem is just the way they're living. Let's say that your loved one was always very neat and clean and organized. You stop in without calling first and there's stuff everywhere. There's stacks and stacks and stacks of paper, and you can tell that they're overwhelmed. Maybe you spy a bright yellow or orange envelope from the electric company or the gas company. Maybe you realize that they are not paying things on time. If that's the case, you definitely want to get involved. And it can be hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. We'll talk about that again in another video. If you are seeing changes in the home, your loved one probably needs support from you. I have a video about memory loss, and I'm going to link it below, where we talk about some of the early signs of dementia, memory loss, cognitive issues. And so definitely if they're forgetting appointments and you're seeing them be forgetful in conversation and start to repeat themselves, things like that, definitely take a look at the video below, and that is a great place to start to see if your loved one is having cognitive deficits. Another way that your loved one may be showing you that they need help is by a change of routine. Maybe they went to church every single Sunday for their entire lives, and all of a sudden they are finding excuses to no longer go to church. Maybe they no longer go to Bible study or to bridge club or down to the club to have a drink with friends. Whatever their normal routine is, if it is changing, there's probably a chance that they are concerned for a reason. They could be withdrawing, and that could be a sign of depression if they are no longer spending time with their friends and the people that they've always spent time with. I'm the nosy neighbor in my neighborhood, so I know that everybody has one. If your mom or dad or other loved ones, nosy neighbor, gives you a call and says that they're concerned, let there be bells going off. Instead of just thinking, all right, Gladys, you don't have enough to do. I think that you're just worried about nothing. Pay attention, because they are probably seeing a decline that you've missed. Whether that is not being able to drive well, or backing out of the driveway kind of crazy, or lights being on all night long when they didn't used to be, whatever it is that they're reporting, check it out, because I guarantee you there's got to be at least a nugget of truth in that phone call. What kind of help does your loved one need? We're going to talk about some of those things in our next video. And I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.